So today we're interviewing Morgan Bensky, who was a student at the 2017 weekend Great Connections program, and then also at the 2017 week-long Great Connections program. And Morgan, tell us a little bit about where you were when you first came to the Great Connections and what you're doing now.
So when I first came to the Great Connections, I was still in high school. I was going into my senior year, and I wanted something to do for my summer that I felt was going to help me with my academics in the future. And someone recommended to me the Great Connections seminar, so I looked into it and I applied and I got in. And it was really one of the best decisions I've made for my future academics. It really taught me how to think critically about a variety of texts and how to articulate my thoughts on them in a good manner. I've learned just focusing on what I really want to say in my papers, in any kind of writing, or even just discussions, has really helped me to help other people understand me better, which is huge. I can articulate my thoughts clearly, and when people can understand me, I mean, it just opens up the door for an academic relationship. If someone can't understand you, someone doesn't understand what you're saying, then there's no communication.
Mm-hmm.
And communication is essential for any kind of understanding or any sharing of ideas. Any kind of learning has to first start with communicating yourself clearly and concisely.
Mm-hmm. Well, especially because in any job you still have to work with other people, and
Exactly.
communicating with them is important. Mm-hmm. What's your overall feeling about the bonds that you developed at the Great Connections, the relationships with other people?
It was really special. I made a lot of friends there, and some of them I still kind of keep in touch with. I keep in touch with Susan,
Mm-hmm.
who is from Mexico, and I met a couple friends from Brazil and Honduras. It was just an amazing experience because there were so many people from so many different walks of life who had all come together under one roof to learn together. And that was something that was really special, and it was a really great experience. Especially, in high school, kids don't always want to kind of come and learn, and some of them are not so happy to be there. But at this seminar, everybody was happy to be there. Everybody wanted to participate.
Did you think that was because of the kind of person that came, or was it because of the way that the program was run, or what?
I think it was a combination of both. I think everybody who signed up was prepared in some capacity to bring something to the conversation and contribute something. But I also think the way that you kind of precedented the seminar and the way those kind of underlying expectations were set for us really pushed everybody to come together and make this a great learning ground for everybody.
And was there something about the experience that made it more enjoyable and more motivating to participate than it would like in a high school class?
There were expectations set for us, but I think the major difference was that I was treated as an equal and not a subservient student who's just, kind of being barked at. I was treated as an adult with legitimate thoughts and legitimate ideas, and I was on the same playing ground as everybody in the room.
Sure, being one of the younger ones.
Yes, yeah.
I can imagine. And was it, some people, when they read about our discussions, think, oh, it's just going to be a bull session where people are throwing around ideas. Was it like that?
Oh, no. It was, at first, I didn't really know what to expect with this seminar, but after our first group discussion, I'm like, oh my gosh, this gets really deep and analytical about all these articles. And I didn't realize it was going to be so in depth. And then that night I like reread all the articles and I made like more notes about it to come more prepared. And like everybody's in charge, you know, everybody has a responsibility for the group to succeed. I think that was the really key message that sealed it for me, that I have a responsibility to contribute to this group.
But there, you mentioned before that it wasn't a matter that you couldn't bring in a lot of outside material, or I forgot how you put it. And do you think that had anything to do with it?
Part of it was like too is that you were really just focused in on one specific text, and it wasn't about bringing in, it didn't really matter exactly how much outside knowledge you had. It was just solely about this one text, this one article, and what you can say about it. And that also really helped me kind of get into the conversation. So because I was so young and everybody else has obviously more life experiences than me, but it was nice to know that like, okay, I can always just fall back on the text. That's what we're really talking about here.
Is there anything else you'd like to communicate about the program? Or?
I just would like to say thank you so much to Marsha and Liz and the whole team, because you guys were really, it was only a week of my life, but it has affected me for months and years from then. And it was one of the greatest experiences and greatest decisions I did.
Thank you so much, Morgan. That really means a lot to me.
Thank you, Marsha. Yeah. I just decided I want to do another seminar because I just talked myself into it. I really wanted, I love it so much. So I need to do another one. I'm going to do another one. I don't know when, but
that would be great.
Coming back.
Always love to have you, Morgan.